I make them.
Going to be a so
Yeah.
those athletes be a sentence or two.
Yeah. That's good.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, if you just want to send it to me later, Tyler, that's fine too.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, cool. All right, Coach. Well, yeah. So, how exciting is it to be able to get back into this indoor season, especially with how everything kind of ended last year? Does this just seem like a good continuation to get back into everything?
Yeah. I mean, we're ready to go. We've been ready to go for a long time now, of course. But we had a little inner squad, and you could see all of them are, they're just itching to get going. And so, this being our first competition, I know they're excited. I hope they don't get too excited, but it's about. It's just about doing what we do at this point of the year, and that's what we're going to continue to preach to them. But, you referred to last year. Last year was a really bad year for us, but just because of the way it ended. And I still have some grief with the NCAA just because of all the sports that they're not giving a season back. They're not giving indoor track athletes the season back. So there's 215 seniors that didn't get the opportunity to compete at the national championships that were already at the championships,
Mm-hmm.
And so it's too bad they're giving every sport. I mean, like our cross country team, we had a whole season this year. Now they get it back. That doesn't make sense when you think of what happened to indoor track last year. So it's a bad situation, but that may be completely behind us too. I'm not sure. I don't know if they'll ever go back on that or not, but we'll see.
Yeah, and for the underclassmen who were going to have a chance at one of those championships too, is that maybe adding into a little bit of that excitement that they're feeling, that you think, or just a little chip on the shoulder heading into the season?
Yeah, there's no question about it. I mean, it's just, there's kind of a feeling something was taken away from you, and now you get the opportunity. And so let's go. Let's be ready to go. And, we've been training very consistently for a long time. Kind of tired of just training. It's ready to start competing.
Right. What, and I know a lot of this is kind of the same from sport to sport, but with the amount of athletes you have, what are some of the COVID protocols that y'all have heading into indoor this year, and how does that change, disrupt practice schedules, things like that?
Yeah, that's been very smooth. A&M does a great job. I mean, they've accommodated. They've been very accommodating, and our young people have done a great job of doing what they're supposed to do. Our testing protocols is no different than any other sport here on campus. So everybody's going through the same thing. And in fact, everybody that comes to this competition, Arizona State's coming to this competition, and they have their protocols as well. They got to match up to our protocols. So, it's we got some people that aren't in the SEC, of course, that are coming. The rest of the people aren't in the SEC that are coming to this meet. In fact, there isn't an SEC school in this meet. So they all are having to match up to our protocols. So it's a challenge for everybody. It really is. It's a big challenge for everybody involved. And, but over and above all of that, it's just the opportunity to get started. And I know that we're ready to get started.
Yeah, and just one more question on that end. I mean, in an indoor track facility, it's just in a normal year, it's a lot of moving parts, a lot of making sure people get to the right places all the time, but it's a lot of people kind of in a small space. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be masked up. Is there a little bit changes in the logistics of getting people places and where people can be?
Yeah, the whole thing is different. Our warm up occurs in the football building. Mm-hmm. And then we moved to the track for the competition. Well, the football building, we actually broke it into lanes, vertical lanes, so that each school is assigned a lane. And they've got about 10 meters that's 100 meters long that they have to keep their team inside that area for warm up. And so there's really very little mixture of people. our entrances are different. How we get to each event is different. Our protocols for going into the stadium and sitting in the stands is different. No athlete can sit with their parents. Nobody can sit with when their event's over. They still have to sit in a prescribed area. Each team has a certain area that they have to sit and separate up in the stands. So yeah, it's all different. And we've got people that are coming to the meet. Just community is coming to this meet too. And so we have to separate the bathrooms for athletes only. There can't be any mixture of anybody going. So our lobby is different than normal, and it has to work to separate people. So it's all different. It's all different.
Yeah. Let's move back on again. You said you're excited about the competition. What are
Right.
some of your expectations for this year?
Well, I think we have a pretty good group. We have some good youth and we have some good experience coming back. So we have kind of a normal A&M team. We've got a little bit of balance. We have some good people in most areas on the track and in the field. So I think this is going to be a pretty good team on both sides.
Yeah. If you wouldn't mind, fill me in a little bit on Tyra. And I know she is expected to have a good season, and what your expectations for her are.
Yeah, our inter squad meet in the high jump. She jumped 6'2" and 3/4. We've never had anybody jump that high in the high jump. That's, if it had been a regular meet, it'd been a school record, significant school record. So she looked real good before Christmas, and she's running well. She's hurdling a little bit better all the time. This is a big year for Tyra, and she is. Anybody who's ever watched Tyra knows she's an athlete that shows a lot of emotion. She's very exciting. She's excited about being able to compete, and people watching her can kind of buy into that. So she's a fun athlete to watch.
And I believe, you mentioned she has a lot she's running for this year. I mean, that certainly has Olympics in her sight, moving past her college.
Yeah. A number of our kids, that's part of the goal is to have that opportunity to possibly make an Olympic team. And so, this is one of those years. You hope this is an Olympic year. I think we're moving in the right direction. That's a little bit questionable too. I mean, we haven't even announced any word about our U.S. championships prior to it. So there's still a lot of moving parts and a lot of uncertainty.
Tokyo 2020 and 2021.
Yeah.
And then Bryce, of course, I know has been someone we've talked about a lot, and he kind of is the returning guy on that 4x400.
Right. Bryce is, I think he missed a great opportunity last year at the national meet to be the NCAA champion at 400 meters. So he's had to sit for almost a whole year with the feeling that I could have won that meet and I could have been the NCAA champion. So, he's ready to go. He's trained very well. He's been healthy every day. So, he's in a position to do real well this year. Again, it's always about health. It's always about keeping things right for yourself. But Bryce is a mature athlete. He's done a real good job over his years of doing the right thing for himself. As a freshman, he had a very difficult freshman year. He had a difficult sophomore year. He's a guy that just kept getting better and better, and now he could be one of the best in the country. So he's come a long ways.
And then you have some youngsters who this will be their first taste, like a Ting. What expectations do you have for him and some of these new people who didn't necessarily have that kind of bad taste in their mouth of how things ended last year?
Yeah, although they didn't get their senior year track and field. So even our freshmen have been out a long time. But but we do have some talented young people that have come into our program right now. It'll be interesting to see who starts making a little bit of a name for themselves. I think there's some people in there that are going to do some great things. You mentioned a Ting. She is one of our girls that's out in the New Jersey area. That's one of the best U.S. junior for sure. Yeah, she's excited about getting on the track, and I know I'm excited about watching her too, because she trains so well. It's going to be interesting to see how she competes. But we have a number of young people that are going to get on the track first time in front of some Aggies, the first time here at home, first time against collegiate competition other than their own team. So it's always a goal, these first few meets, and we kind of always have talked about it's a rehearsal. Everything's a rehearsal for us for one big play at the end. A season, we don't have a cumulative season. Nobody cares if you won the 64 times. You need to win the 60 meters on the day that the SEC championships is run, and then you get an NCAA championship. So it's about that one effort being ready to go on that one day. So all of these are rehearsals to get ourselves ready to go on that day.
Definitely. Coach, thank you. Real quick, actually, too, for either you or Tyler, do you know, is there is it 25% capacity for fans, or do y'all have a number for?
Yeah, we have about, I don't know, Kyler can give you the exact number, but we sold all the seats.
Cool. Very good.
And then we've left a specific amount for students as well. Not very many, because
Gotcha.
they're not letting us have very many in the building.
Right.
Overall, we're not going to have, we're going to have maybe 480 people in the building that aren't athletes.
Gotcha.
Something like that.
Great.
I think, Tyler, that's a bit close.
Right.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Is that about 25%? I don't know the capacity, or what is there a percentage? No, it's less than that.
That facility with every seat and everybody sitting right next to each other, we can seat 5,000 people.
Okay.
Yeah.
So no, we're nowhere close. But when you start separating,
Gotcha. Well, hey, that's all I need. I appreciate y'all's time. And
hang on.
Oh,
No, Mona, I'll be right with you. I'm sorry. Hang on. Sorry, guys. I had one turned on and I didn't realize I had this one turned on. And this is a lady here on campus calling. So
no, you're fine. That's all I need. So I'm good, and good luck this weekend.
Yeah, thanks. It's just good to get going. I'm just tired of practice. Let's go.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Tyler, that's all I need too. So thanks, man.
Thanks.